Hello, good morning. I'm Paolo del Rosario and welcome to Weather HQ. Today's headlines. Pag-asa says the northeast monsoon and shearline will continue to bring rains in Luzon and Visayas. The Agricultural Department says it will finalize the rules this month for the maximum suggested retail price on imported rice. In China's Tibet region, over 100 people are dead following a 6.8 magnitude quake. And ice and snow sculptors around the world gather for the annual festival in Harbin, China. Let's take a look at the local weather today. Pag-asa says two dominant weather systems will continue to affect our country today. The northeast monsoon, which is affecting the northern and central Luzon areas, will bring cloudy skies with rains in the Cagayan Valley and the Cordillera Administrative Region as well as central Luzon. Now, the northeast monsoon will also bring partly cloudy skies with isolated light rains over here in Metro Manila, the Ilocos region, and the rest of Calabarzon. On the other hand, the shear line affecting the eastern sections of the Visayas Islands as well as the southern sections of Luzon and Visayas will cause cloudy skies with scattered rains and isolated thunderstorms in the Bicol region, Quezon, Marinduque, Romblon, Palawan, Dinagat Islands, and Visayas. Now, for the rest of the country, you can expect partly cloudy skies with isolated rain showers or thunderstorms expected all throughout the day. Let's take a look at the latest sea conditions, and gale warning is up in the eastern seaboard of the southern Luzon area, particularly in the northern coast of Camarines Norte and the northern coast of Catanduanes. All mariners are advised not to venture out to the sea because of rough to very rough sea conditions that are expected. For the rest of the country, mariners may enjoy their time at sea, but always be cautious because the weather changes from time to time. Now, despite the prevailing northeast monsoon season, which typically brings cooler and drier air to parts of the Philippines, several areas in the country have still been experiencing abnormally high temperatures. Pag-asa says some areas have registered significantly high temperature readings, suggesting the persistence of warm conditions even in the middle of the monsoon season. Coron, Palawan topped the list with a temperature of 34.6 degrees Celsius. Davao International Airport in Davao City came in second with 34.2 degrees Celsius. San Jose in Occidental Mindoro recorded a temperature of 33 degrees Celsius, the same temperature in Malabalay, Bukidnon. Meanwhile, Cotabato City experienced 32.8 degrees Celsius. While the northeast monsoon season typically provides some respite from the intense heat of the Philippines' tropical climate, this year's weather patterns have resulted in several areas experiencing unreasonably high temperatures. As climate variability continues to play a role in shaping weather patterns, it will be important for residents and authorities to stay informed and prepared for the impacts of heat on health, agriculture, and daily life. Now, let's check out the weather conditions and expected temperatures in selected cities and provinces in Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao. All of this based on the Metro Weather System. Let's go on first to the northern tip of Luzon. In the northeast monsoon will continue to bring varying weather conditions across different areas today. In Basco, Apari, and in Tuguegarao, they will experience mostly cloudy skies, though there may be moments of sunshine that will peek through, offering a generally comfortable atmosphere. Temperatures in Basco will remain cool, ranging from around 20 to 22 degrees Celsius. However, in Apari, temperatures will be slightly warmer, 23 to 26 degrees Celsius, the temperature there. While Tuguegarao will continue to experience slightly warmer conditions here, 22 to 27 degrees Celsius, the temperature range here. Baguio is also expected to be cloudy, but with a higher chance of isolated scattered rains throughout the day. The weather will be relatively cooler as expected, with temperatures ranging from around 15 to 24 degrees Celsius. Now, on the other hand, Lawag, Vigan, and Dagupan will all have sunny weather, providing bright, clear skies and higher temperatures. Lawag will have the highest temperatures in the region with 31 degrees Celsius, while Vigan will see temperatures around 29 degrees Celsius, while Dagupan will experience some more varied temperatures that will range from 24 to 32 degrees Celsius. Now, residents in these areas should prepare for the varying weather conditions, from cooler and cloudy skies to sunny and warmer temperatures, especially when you're in the lowlands. In central Luzon, the northeast monsoon will continue to bring a mix of cloudy skies and varying temperatures throughout the region today. Over here in Metro Manila, Gapan, Casiguran, and Subic Bay, they will all experience overcast skies with intermittent rain showers. Now, these areas will feel the cool influences of monsoon, and despite the rains, temperature will still climb though, reaching a maximum of around 27 to 31 degrees Celsius in the areas that we mentioned. Subic Bay in particular with 31 degrees Celsius, Metro Manila stays at 30 degrees Celsius. Meanwhile, in Iba, Zambales, it's a perfect day for beachgoers. The weather will be partly cloudy with a slight breeze, offering ideal conditions for outdoor activities. Temperatures over at Iba will be a bit on the warmer side. That will be around 24 to 31 degrees Celsius, making it a pleasant yet sunny day by the coast. Now, for the rest of Central Luzon, particularly over in Tarlac, Angeles, and Mariveles, you're going to see cloudy skies that will remain predominantly cloudy rather. This cloud cover will offer some respite from the direct heat of the sun, creating a more tolerable atmosphere throughout the day. Mariveles will experience temperatures between 25 to 29 degrees Celsius with a slightly warmer feel. Both Angeles and Metro Manila, again, temperatures ranging from 23 to 29 degrees Celsius, offering a mix of warm and slightly cooler conditions as the clouds shift throughout the sky. Let's go even further down south to southern Luzon. The region will experience wet weather today due to the shear line. Tagaytay, Calamba, Legazpi, Daet, Virac, Sorsogon, Romblon, Puerto Galera, and Coron will all be under mostly cloudy skies and scattered rain showers with occasional thunderstorms throughout the day. Tagaytay will have some of the cooler temperatures in this area of the country, ranging from around 20 to 23 degrees Celsius. Puerto Galera, on the other hand, as well as Romblon, Sorsogon, will see temperatures rising up to 26 degrees Celsius, while Calamba and Daet will have slightly warmer conditions with temperatures climbing to around 27 degrees. Virac will be a bit warmer, with temperatures rising in Virac to around 28 degrees Celsius, while Coron will experience some of the hottest temperatures in the day with 31 degrees Celsius over here, as has been expected for some time as well. In the Visayas region, rainy weather is expected today due to the shear line. Cloudy skies with a high likelihood of rain showers are forecasted for Iloilo, Boracay, Bacolod, Dumaguete, Metro Cebu, Tagbilaran, Tacloban, and Catarman. Residents in low-lying and landslide-prone areas in these regions are advised to take the necessary precautions as moderate to heavy rainfall is anticipated. Regarding temperatures, the rains may help ease the heat in some parts of southern Luzon and the Visayas areas, but others will remain warm. In Boracay and Tacloban, temperatures could reach up to 27 degrees Celsius, that is despite the rains, while Catarman may have maximum temperatures of around 28 degrees Celsius. Now, Iloilo and Bacolod are expected to see temperatures of around 28 degrees Celsius, while Cebu and in Dumaguete, you'll see temperatures around 30 degrees Celsius. Tagbilaran is expected to be one of the hotter areas in this region, with possible temperatures rising to around 31 degrees Celsius. So do watch out for that if you're in Tagbilaran. Over in Mindanao, rainy weather is expected to persist in Zamboanga, Dipolog, Marawi, Cagayan de Oro, General Santos, Davao, and Butuan. The temperatures in Zamboanga, Dipolog, as well as Metro Davao can rise to up to 33 degrees Celsius, while Butuan and General Santos are expected to experience slightly lower temperatures, but not by that much. 32 degrees Celsius, the expected temperatures over there. Now, Cagayan de Oro should expect a bit of a cooler day compared to the rest of Mindanao, 24 to 30 degrees Celsius, while Marawi will have the coolest conditions with temperatures ranging from around 21 to 26 degrees Celsius. Now, in terms of rainfall, Pag-asa has issued a rainfall forecast for tomorrow through Friday. Tomorrow, moderate to heavy rainfall is expected in Catanduanes, Camarines Sur, Albay, Sorsogon, Northern Samar, and Eastern Samar. These rains may lead to possible flooding and landslides. Friday, heavy to intense rainfall is anticipated in Northern Samar, while moderate to heavy rains will persist in Albay, Sorsogon, Samar, and Eastern Samar. Residents in the said areas are advised to avoid flood-prone areas. Please do not attempt to cross flooded roads or walk through flowing water. Seek higher ground if flooding occurs, and if you live in a mountainous area, be aware of the risk of landslides. Move to a safer location if you notice cracks on the ground or if the heavy rain persists. Now, when we return, the Agriculture Department says it will finalize its rules this month on the maximum suggested retail price of imported rice. Stay tuned. That after the break here on Weather HQ. Welcome back. You're still watching Weather HQ. I'm Paolo del Rosario. The Agriculture Department plans to impose a maximum suggested retail price on imported rice. It will range from 42 to 55 pesos per kilo. Agriculture Secretary Francisco Chu Laurel says this aims to address unreasonable prices in some local markets. He says they will finalize crafting the label rules within the month. The Office of Civil Defense has reported several casualties during the holidays due to the rains brought about by the shearline and intertropical convergence zone. Joining us via Zoom is OCD attorney Chris Bendijo for the updates. Attorney, thank you very much for joining us.
Hi, Sir Paolo. Good morning.
Now, as of the other day, sir, the OCD has reported 6 fatalities from Palawan, Eastern Samar, and Davao Occidental dahil nga sa drowning because of these recent weather events. Are there any updates on the number of casualties in other areas affected? And of course, how strong were the rains actually that hit those areas because of the weather systems active?
As of the last report dated January 7, we still have 6 casualties. Although for verification, we have 20 injuries reported with 2 missing. As you've explained earlier in your program, shearline is really bringing about continuous and incessant rains. That's why we're we also issued the guidelines for our regional directors to closely coordinate with our LGUs to monitor flooding and landslides.
We've also been trying to access some data from the NDRRMC. Apparently, it's been down for several days right now, and we have to wonder and ask, does it have anything to do with the reported attempts to hack government websites recently?
To my understanding, we have an update ongoing with our website. This is pursuant to our compliance with the National Privacy Commission. So there is no connection whatsoever with respect to the alleged hacking that transpired several days ago.
Will the data be accessible anytime soon?
I'm sorry, sir.
Will the data be more accessible anytime soon?
I'll follow up on that. Hopefully within the day we'll be online already.
All right, perfect. With the different weather systems like the northeast monsoon and the shearline that is continuously bringing the rains here to the country, what do you feel should be done to prevent similar incidents like the flash floods from happening again? Kasi minsan, people only do prepare for tropical cyclones and they don't really pay as much mind to yung mga shearline or the ITCZ.
That's very correct, Paolo. No? As you've mentioned, the difference between a tropical cyclone is that when we talk about typhoons, we can monitor their direction, their trajectory, so we can anticipate when they will enter the Philippine area of responsibility. But the peculiar thing about shear lines is that we don't know, we can't really predict where the cloud formations will happen, and when will rains transpire. No? So for now, OCD is closely coordinating with PAG-ASA to determine a window as to how we can properly alert our citizens. And as mentioned earlier, we already issued a memo for our regional directors to be monitoring real-time with our LGUs what's the condition on the ground so that we can implement response measures, preemptive measures, so that we can avoid casualties similar to what transpired in 2023.
Another topic here, sir, of course, we have to go back to Mount Canlaon's activity in general. With the continued unrest of the volcano, how many residents are still in the evacuation centers? And of course, is there a limit to how long the government can sustain their needs there?
You're correct. We're still in alert level 3 for Mount Canlaon. As of the moment, we have 12,226 affected families. That would be around 45,000 more or less individuals. As to how long we can sustain it, we just recently passed the budget and we're expediting the issuance of the guidelines. As you are very aware of, the problem when it comes to volcano eruptions is that there's no science to predict when it will happen. So For as long as it will take, we will have to manage it. We will continue to provide assistance. This is pursuant to the joint efforts of the different government agencies as well, including the DSWD, our DILG, our local government units. As of date, we've already given around 160 plus million insofar as assistance to the affected families are concerned.
Moving on to some events that happened in the northern part of the Philippines, particularly sa Ilocos Sur, because recent quakes there have prompted authorities to actually prepare for possible tsunami scenarios. What progress in terms of preparation has happened with regard to that?
That's correct, Paolo. No? We since December 17, we have observed several earthquakes recorded in this area, and we're concerned about that movement of the Manila Trench. Now, with respect to preparations, we have reminded our regional directors to refresh our personnel with respect to different alert systems because we want to avoid a scenario wherein there is a tsunami warning, but people would go to evacuations at low-lying areas. If there is a tsunami warning, the proper remedy is for them to go to high ground. So this is something that we have to refresh our personnel with, so that we can properly address implement the proper remedies rather, with respect to addressing a particular calamity, whether it be an earthquake, whether it be a tsunami or a typhoon.
Attorney, one of the bigger events that we're also watching out for is actually going to be the Traslacion happening on January 9. Does the OCD have a role in ensuring the safety of the participants?
That's correct. Actually, since December of last year, starting December 5, I think we've already had several coordination meetings with the local government, our Manila Police District, other government agencies from the Coast Guard to the BFP. Yesterday, to my understanding, National Capital Region Director George Kaser of OCD conducted a last-minute inspection of the different sites with respect to the evacuation centers, the field hospitals, and everything's in full swing, so we're prepared for tomorrow.
Attorney, we covered a lot of ground here today. We really appreciate your insights and your resource. Maraming salamat po. Thank you very much.
Thank you for the opportunity. Good morning.
That was OCD spokesperson, Attorney Chris Bendijo. Up next, the global weather. Keep it here. You're still watching Weather HQ on BNC, the Bilyonaryo News Channel.
Have you heard of during weddings when a man say, the first time I've met you, I knew that you're going to be my wife?
Yeah, is that true?
Yes,
Totoo
because based on science, men are likely to experience love at first sight more than women because they have more visual neurons. So visual talaga sila. So they could actually find a wife by just falling in love at first sight.
Ciao, mabuhay. You are watching The Word Exposed.
Prepare our hearts as we dive deeper into our faith and receive the strength from God's Word. Join Cardinal Luis Antonio Tagle as he shares the reflection we need for the rest of the week.
We pray that the Word of God would find fulfillment in your life and His blessings be always upon you.
Every Sunday, 7 a.m. with replays at 3 p.m.
Welcome back to this Weather HQ. Let's take a look at the global weather. Locals were warned of severe damage to their communities after heavy rain and flooding hit parts of the United Kingdom. Roger Walton, a volunteer flood warden in Corn, East Midlands, said the flooding was worse than last year. Over in Leicestershire's Fire and Rescue Service declared a major incident after receiving 200 distress calls. They urged the public to avoid flooded areas. Drone footage showed the flooding near Tewkesbury Abbey in southwest England. The Met Office had weather warnings for snow, ice, and rain while the Environment Agency predicted flooding at over 150 locations due to rain and melting snow. A powerful earthquake in China's Tibet region killed at least 126 people and injured 188 on Tuesday, with thousands of buildings damaged. The 6.8 magnitude quake struck Tingri County near Mount Everest and was felt in Nepal and parts of India. Many homes made from stone, mud, and wood collapsed, leaving thousands homeless. Rescue teams facing sub-zero temperatures are searching through rubble and providing blankets. The quake also caused widespread destruction in nearby towns, including Alatse. Chinese President Xi Jinping has ordered an all-out rescue effort with over 3,400 rescuers deployed. Temperatures are expected to drop to negative 16 degrees Celsius. The earthquake's tremors were also felt in Kathmandu and the Everest region of Nepal, though no major damage or casualties were reported there. Ice and snow sculptors from around the world gather in Harbin, China for the annual Ice and Snow Festival, showcasing stunning designs, including a tribute to the Northern Lights. Heilongjiang province in Harbin is one of China's coldest cities, where temperatures can drop to negative 35 degrees Celsius. Russian sculptor Nikolai Petrov, whose design features a shaman, drew inspiration from his faith in shamanism and Tengrism. French artist Bertine Apollon's team created an ice sculpture inspired by the Aurora Borealis, while Ecuador's Carlos Sebastián Estrella Rivas built a nature-themed snow structure with his family. The competition, part of the Ice and Snow Festival, features teams from 10 countries and runs through January 6. It aligns with the upcoming 9th Asian Winter Games, set to take place in Harbin from February 7 to 14. And that's Weather HQ for today. Join me again tomorrow, whatever the weather, only here on BNC, the Bilyonaryo News Channel. I'm Paolo del Rosario. Have a great morning.